All right, so I thought let's make a video giving you all my predictions for the MLS Cup playoffs. I know the wild card matches have already happened. I'm doing it after it. It doesn't have much of an effect when it comes to your bracket. So I just thought, you know what? Let's let the wild card games happen, get a little small sample size going into the playoffs, and then do my predictions. If you all didn't know, last year I finished second in the MLS Playoff Bracket Challenge. I got my bracket 100% right. Let's see if I can go 2 for 2 and go 100% again. I very much highly doubt it, but you never know. If you don't try, you never know. So we're back at it again and going 100% with it. Yeah, I know a lot of people might not love it. They might hate my predictions, but that's all the fun and games. You guys got to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You don't even have to be a Sounders fan. If you're just a neutral MLS fan watching this, let me know your thoughts as well. You should subscribe if you're a big fan of the MLS. This is a channel that you need to be at. So make sure you are subscribed. So as we all know, the first round is a best of 3 series. And then from here on out, it is a winner go home with the higher seed hosting the match. So we'll start with LAFC Vancouver, which is literally a repeat of both of their matches last year in the first round because they faced off against each other. Vancouver, yes, they were the higher seed, but unfortunately weren't able to host their wild card match against Portland due to a truck event going on, monster truck event. I don't know, but either way, didn't matter because they absolutely booty tickled the Portland Timbers 5-0. Astonishing. Last year, a lot of controversy surrounding their playoff game. Vancouver had to actually they were back and forth. It was 2-2. First game, I remember it was like 1-0 LAFC, 1-1 Vancouver, 2-2. Like they were going back and forth. It was like a boxing fight, but then LAFC peeled away, and that's purely due to just the quality. But I highly respect how Vancouver tried to go toe-to-toe with LAFC and then played really well in Vancouver. Were very, very unfortunate and lost the second. Like they got swept, but it really didn't feel like they got swept. Like it was like an undeserved swept playoff game because I think Vancouver played really well. I think this time around, though, Vancouver will get one win over LAFC, but no way this team is not going to try to go far. I'm going to save Seattle, Houston for last. Next match is RSL, Minnesota. RSL, I was very high on them this year. I don't know why, but I think this will be the upset of the first round. I think Minnesota is going to beat Real Salt Lake. Chicho Rongo has been an absolute shadow of himself since the suspension, and I'm going to go Minnesota. I know that is a crazy pick, but I think Minnesota is long overdue for a playoff win. It's been so long since we've seen them make a run in the playoffs. I think it could happen. I think Yeboah is legit. Lud, ever since I met that guy, I knew he was a stud before. I knew he was a stud after I met him when I was in Columbus for the All-Star game. I'm going Minnesota. I think their superstar power, their superstars will get them through. I think they will do it. I'm gonna go with it. That's gonna be my first upset and maybe my only upset in the playoffs. Galaxy Colorado. Honestly, I think if Colorado got LAFC, they would have had a better shot at it. For some reason, I think Colorado match up way better against LAFC than the Galaxy. I'm going Galaxy. Next, Red Bulls, Columbus. Life cycle of a Red Bull fan. You get knocked down the first round. Columbus, defending champs, are not going to lose here. NYCFC, Cincy. I've been going so back and forth on this game. If this was a one-off match, oh, maybe it's NYCFC. And part of me still thinks it might be NYCFC. I don't know. I don't know. I'm super stumped on this match. For now, let's just go to this one. Orlando, Charlotte. I want to say Orlando's firepower will get them through in this game. Orlando's was one of a lot of people's, not a lot of people's sleeper MLS Cup winning team. Miami, Atlanta, if it was a one-off game, I think Atlanta honestly might have had a chance over 3 games. Let's go with that. It's going to be a repeat of this rivalry game. Cincy, NYCFC, I've gone so back and forth. These 2 games, man. Seattle, Houston, Cincinnati, NYCFC. These 2 games, I've just gone back and forth about them. Back and forth, back and forth. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Seattle, Houston. I have to go Seattle. I'm a Sounders fan, but I don't like using bias in any of this. The problem with Houston is I don't think they've ever won in Seattle, Houston. I genuinely think Seattle's playoff run is gonna be the exact same as last year, so I'm gonna stick with what I thought. This game, part of me kinda thinks it will be NYCFC. I know that's crazy, but I really, really think so. You know what? I'm going NYCFC. I think this will be another upset. So I thought it was only going to be one upset. There's actually going to be two upsets in my bracket. LAFC Sounders. We've seen this story 4 times. We're going to go for a fifth. We're going to go LAFC. Minnesota Galaxy. We're going Galaxy. Columbus NYCFC. We're going Columbus. Miami Orlando. We're going Miami because they would be hosting it. LAFC LA Galaxy. I'm going LA Galaxy. Miami Columbus. I'm going. Am I going Miami? I said Miami, but low-key, I think it'd be. Oh god, dude, I'm like triple, quadruple guessing myself. I think there's like some clear, obvious, like, oh yeah, it's for sure gonna happen. But some of them, I'm just like, there's no way Miami win MLS Cup. Surely not. It's too obvious, right? Right. But yeah, I think Galaxy will beat LAFC. I know, I know. You know, usually the team who hosts El Trafico wins El Trafico. I know obviously LAC would be the perfect Cinderella team for this. Like this is what Don Garber wants. This is what he wants. This is what all the MLS marketing wants. This is how you maximize the dinero. I'm going here. I'm going here. That would also mean Miami hosts the final. But yeah, this is gonna be my picks. This is my predictions for the MLS Cup playoffs. I know this video is gonna be super duper short. This is how I pretty much did it last year, and it worked out well for me. So this is what I'm gonna go with this year. I know it's super granola to pick Inter Miami, but I just don't see how they don't win it. But at the same time, though, Miami has no playoff experience, but they got Messi, they got Suarez. Surely they don't choke. That's what I'm saying. Surely they don't choke. But does Columbus go back to back? That's the other thing is like I realistically could see Columbus going back to back and being back to back winners. But at the same time, you usually don't see teams go back to back. So that's why I don't think it'll be Columbus. I think they'll be close, but I just don't see how in a world like with this Miami team, how they're playing right now, they don't win the whole thing. But at the same time, remember my ethos last year is you don't go with the team to win the supporter shield. Obviously, LAFC did it. You know what? I'll stick with my guns. I think Inter Miami will win it. I think Galaxy will make the final, their first ever appearance in ages. I think they're going to get close to finally, smelling that MLS Cup glory again, like we have seen the dominance in MLS in the early days. But yeah, boys and girls, that's my predictions for the MLS Cup playoffs. Let me know your guys' in the comments down below. What do you agree with, disagree with? Make sure to smash like button on today's video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I hope you'll have a lovely day.